total bonuses. Download the DraftKings app and use promo code CAR, C-A-R, when you sign up. All right, behind Shane Van Gisbergen is William Byron and Christopher Bell. Then you pick up the 54, the first car you see in this shot of Ty Gibbs. And then there's Josh Berry. Here's a move here. Gibbs slowed substantially and Josh pounces. Nice move. Then Ryan Blaney, defending race winner, and Kyle Larson tagged onto the back of him. Let's talk about these alternate lines.
Go out again, guys.
What do you see, Trev?
Storming again. We're going to have to turn the generator on, probably.
I'm down here in 1 and 2 still watching these guys, and normally when we see line changes, you're talking about 2, 3 car widths going from the bottom to the top. But right now, it's these micro adjustments the drivers are making, especially Shane Van Gisbergen. He was one of the first ones to realize all 4 tires were in the dry, they were overheating, and he moved down a half lane. He got those left sides in the wet part of the racetrack, kind of conserved those tires for a little while. Then for the next 10 laps, he moved up and put his right sides above the dry line and cooled them down. And he's alternating back and forth, whereas some of these drivers are just running right through that dry every time.
Transformer, and that's it.
Gibbs is struggling. He is holding the pack up, and it's, wow, it's only really a one-groove racetrack, so if you're going to make a pass, it's going to be an aggressive move.
Let's get a slick.
They are pouncing on the 54. Blaney, Kyle Larson. Check this out. Little contact, just a little brush there. And the door was wide open for Ryan Blaney as well. Yeah, certainly contact. Gibbs is like, hey man, I'll be early for that.
And I'm not being a Jeep.
I think you'll see him drive away from Gibbs. He's struggling right now. Meanwhile, up front, SVG has opened up a 5+ second lead over William Byron. He is relishing this opportunity to be in these conditions.
And just a reminder of how rules work on the ovals. If you're thinking your driver should pit, go to slicks and run the dry line, that opportunity does not exist until NASCAR determines we are then dry. The entire field will switch. So unlike a road course, the teams do not have the opportunity. Now, you could come to pit road and put another set of wets on if you feel like you've blistered your tires, but you do not have the strategy opportunity to switch from wets to dries on your own.
BuildSubmarines.com view for Brad Keselowski. Brad currently runs 19th. But let's go a little further forward in the field. The 20th, Christopher Bell, is in 4th. What you got, Marty?
Well, Lee, Christopher Bell would love to make that change that Steve talked about. He would love for NASCAR to say, hey, let's go to slicks. Bell saying it was extremely loose on entry. And then he said just a moment ago, I feel like I have a vibration already. Worried about the right front tire. In fact, Adam Stevens told him just a second ago, listen, just slow down. Find wet. That's what you have to do right now. Find wet to conserve those tires, Dave.
Larson in the blue and white, number 5 right behind him. Started 19th up to 5th. And Christian Cliff Daniels radioed his driver, I like the rhythm. I like what you're doing. Keep doing that. He did have one question. The driver did right as they got restarted here. He said the guys riding the high line and making pace up there, what gear are they in? So, Jeff, I ask you, with this car, I believe it has 5 gears. So what? Well, it probably has more than that if you want, but what gear do they run low line versus high line, and is it different than in the dry drive?
Well, Dave, it's going to change. As this track continues to change, you're going to see, you know, when it goes to dry, you'll see a completely different thought process. Some drivers in the wet, Steve, they may want a high gear, so they don't spin the rear tire. Some drivers may want a low gear because the car, they think it drives better. It's really a driver preference. In the end, when you look at the results, you know, since the start of the race, Cindric plus 15, Zilich 12, Suarez 12, Austin Hill 11, Hocevar 10. The opposite, Reddick back 31 with the spin, Hamlin back 18 from the damage. Gregson, Busher, and McDowell also lost double digits. Let's go to the 24 for some radio. Here it is.
We're going to throw a caution at lap 40. 5 more laps to see your gap to the 21. We'll all get dry.
So there you go. NASCAR, as I had mentioned, the tire decision has to be made by NASCAR. NASCAR has now informed the team. At lap 40, the caution will come out. The change of track condition will go from wet to dries. Everybody will have to go to dries. Everybody will also have the opportunity to make changes to their car, chassis changes or whatever else you need, and the race will restart again. As now we see, I don't know if Chastain had a little...
There it goes. Oh, that was a surge. It's about to go out. Yep. Power's going out right here. Oh. You might as well turn the generator on at this point, right? We'll be back.
Guys are racing really hard to stay on a lead lap. There's the caution.
Oh, we got back for the caution came
So
out.
it's time to make a switch after starting this race on the wets. Those Goodyear slicks will be applied next.
That in and of itself is an interesting call because nobody's run the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, where do you go now?
Exactly.
Where do you go now? Now you have slicks on.